This is the icon of a crown. Crowns look like these in the West. Crowns in the East are quite different. But here's the crown of the Shah of Iran, and here's the crown of Nawab of Awadh after he declared himself an independent Shah. I used to think that these Persian crowns drew inspiration from the Western crown, but actually it's the other way. The designs of Persian crown goes way back to ancient times during the rule of Parthian Empire, while the West used the Roman civic crown, which was more like a band. It was from the Persians, the West, and to some extent India, who had taken inspiration for the crown. The earliest visual of the Indian crown comes from the Gandhara school of art, which had a heavy Greek and Persian influence. The Mauryan art mostly depicted monarchs wearing turbans. By the time of the Gupta period, we get a clear indication of crowns. The Kirito Mukuta, a long conical crown that was worn by monarchs and emperors, and the Karanda Mukuta, a bowl-shaped smaller crown worn by subordinate rulers. Even in religious iconography, the Kirito Mukuta is worn by Vishnu or Indra, while the Karanda Mukuta is worn by other characters subordinate to these gods. There is also an uncanny resemblance between the Indian crown and the type of temple architecture. Something I noticed in Thailand and Cambodia, but also has some parallels in India. The Kirita Mukuta is as long as a shikhara and its top has amlaka, which is very similar to the top of the shikhara. While not all Indian cultures had crowns in the later period, architectural domes did bore a resemblance with the designs of headgears, like war helmets. Here's the top of the Rajput Chhatri, and here's is the Persian-inspired Rajput helmet. Notice the petal motif in Deccan architecture. Here's the same motif on the Maratha helmet. The crowns depicted in Rajput, Pahari, Deccan and other regional paintings of India were never in fashion. They were another Persian influence from the Mughal court. Sometimes I wonder if architecture can give an idea about the kind of headgear used in a culture, or if the headgear can give some idea of the kind of domes or shikharas used in architecture. Just a speculative thought. Anyway, subscribe to Craft now for content on history, mythology, and sometimes fiction.